Am I overreacting for giving my girlfriend an ultimatum because her newly single best friend has basically moved into our apartment? Hey guys. Right now, I'm getting texts from my girlfriend, and we are still fighting, but I wanted to take the time to post this because I meant to do it days ago and completely forgot about it. So, for some context, I am 24, have a girlfriend who we're going to call Kelly, F23. I have been renting our first apartment together for about 8 months, and she has already moved in. I know some people think we should be married first, but I've known her for years and I trust her enough, or at least I kind of did until now. Things were great until recently, but in my opinion, the biggest problem in our relationship has occasionally been her childhood best friend, Jude, M23. Kelly and Jude have a small history of not respecting boundaries. At least, that's what I've heard from one of their mutual friends, as well as noticed personally at times. It has never been as bad as it is right now, though, because Jude had a girlfriend who kept him busy for the longest time. Around 3 weeks ago or so, Jude and his girlfriend broke up. Since then, my life has been a nightmare. Jude cannot handle being alone, so he uses our apartment as his little hangout spot. He comes over every day at 2 p.m., stays through dinner, and does not leave until late at night. Our routine is ruined. If I want to watch Netflix with my girlfriend, Jude is already on the couch. If I try to cook dinner for her, this guy is at the table eating our food. I have not had any alone time with Kelly since he broke up with his girlfriend. I have tried to be patient because I know Jude is heartbroken, and I've been through being dumped by an ex before, but it is really getting out of hand. I feel like a guest in my own home. Last night, he was still on our couch at 11 p.m., scrolling through his ex's Instagram. I hinted to Kelly that it was time for him to go, but she ignored me. So, I told Jude it was late and that I had an early morning. Jude looked hurt and left. The second he was gone, Kelly turned on me and completely lost her mind. She said I was not being nice or empathetic and that I did not care about Jude's feelings. I told her there is a difference between supporting a friend and letting him take over our relationship and personal space. I pay half the rent to live with her, not to have a third roommate. The argument got worse. I finally told her she needed to set boundaries with Jude or I would not let him come over at all. Kelly then decided she was going to call me toxic. This morning, I was added to her group chat. Her friends are roasting me, saying I am both a horrible partner and cold-hearted. Nobody except my parents and the friends I do not share with her is on my side here, but I feel like I'm justified because who wants someone butting into their life for almost a full month the way he has been? I feel like I'm going crazy. I do not think I'm asking for much. I just want some days where my home feels like my home again. I want to be alone with my girlfriend. Talk to me, guys. Am I overreacting? I have got to know. Update 1. Hey guys, honestly, I did not expect to be posting an update this soon, but it has been roughly 12 hours since my last post, and everything has absolutely exploded. I spent the majority of today out of the apartment, and honestly, I just needed you guys to tell me that Jude was not just a third wheel in our relationship, but basically a replacement partner in Kelly's life, so I could feel secure enough in myself to make a decision. You guys were 1000% right. So, last night, after I walked out of the apartment, Kelly blew up my phone. It was a constant cycle of her crying and then yelling, telling me that I abandoned her in the middle of a very important conversation. I did not respond to any of her texts because I needed space to collect myself. Apparently, me ignoring her drove Jude insane because about 30 minutes ago, I got a massive self-righteous text from him. He somehow got my number, which Kelly definitely gave him after I left, and he said, "Look, man, I know you're upset, but walking out on Kelly is low. She's been crying her eyes out over your toxic ultimatum. I'm only staying on her couch for her safety because she's such a mess right now. You need to grow up, head back to the apartment, and apologize to her for upsetting her over how she's supporting me. If you can't support your partner when times get tough, then you're not ready for an adult relationship." For starters, this obviously shows that Kelly immediately called Jude and spilled every detail of our personal fight. And second, the sheer audacity of this man, who pays absolutely nothing toward our apartment, telling me that I need to apologize to my girlfriend for not wanting to be treated like a fool was the final straw. I did not even waste time responding to him. I took a screenshot of his text and sent it to Kelly with this message: "The fact that your idiot friend feels like he has the right to tell me anything about our relationship, our home, or my boundaries has completely solidified this decision for me. I told you Jude was becoming a part of our relationship, and your response was to have him come back to console you after I left. I need you to understand that this lease is in my name alone, and I am not leaving my home for you. I expect you to pack up your belongings and make whatever plans you need to get your and Jude's things out of my apartment immediately. He seems to love your space so much, I'm sure he'll enjoy helping you move into his place." Everything hit the fan instantly. Kelly started calling me repeatedly, and when I finally answered, she was sobbing. She insisted she did not know Jude would text me and that she was only venting to him because she was lonely. She also claimed she told him to leave the second she saw the text. She begged me and said she would tell him he could never set foot in the apartment again if that was what it took to fix things. The fact that she is only backpedaling because she is about to be forced to sleep on a couch with Jude however, shows that she still does not truly understand why what happened was wrong. Even if Jude leaves the apartment, her complete inability to keep our relationship sacred and our private business between the two of us is something that will never change. I'm heading back to the apartment now, and my buddy is coming with me just to witness everything and make sure no drama happens when I officially kick Kelly out. It breaks my heart because I truly loved her, but I cannot spend my life competing with her childhood best friend for the right to sit on my own couch, the couch I pay for, in my own apartment. Thank you, everyone, for validating my sanity last night. I'm taking back my space. Final update. Hey. I've been told like a million times that you guys wanted an update, so here it is. One last update on this situation with my ex and me. First off, thank you to everyone who reached out personally and commented on my last post. Having my friend with me when I went back to the apartment was the best advice I could have taken because things got a little crazy, as you probably expected. When we walked into the apartment, Jude was gone, thankfully, because I honestly do not know what I would have done if he had been there. I probably would have ended up in jail if I had seen his stupid face. Kelly was also not there at first, but she walked in not too long afterward. The second she saw my friend with me, she knew I meant business and that she was not going to be able to talk her way out of this or start crying to manipulate me. So, she did not scream or yell. She just asked my buddy if he could give us 10 minutes to talk alone, and I nodded to let him know it was okay. Once the two of us were alone, she asked me if there was really no way for us to get past this. She said she felt like this was a stupid argument and not a reason for us to break up. She had already made it very clear how she felt and that she did not take my concerns seriously or truly understand where I was coming from. Even though I already knew her feelings about all of this, hearing her say it out loud just further showed the lack of respect she had for me and how far apart we had become in our relationship. I really wanted to crash out and lose my mind, but in the end, I just did not have the energy, and I did not want this to drag on forever. I calmly listed all my issues again, which included her allowing her best friend, who I called her pet because that is basically what he was, to take over our home and ignore every single complaint I had about it. I also let her know that it was wrong of her to add me to her dumb little group chat and have her friends attack me. Honestly, it was none of their business what was happening in our relationship in the first place. Last but not least, during our final argument, she once again disrespected me by both having Jude over and allowing him to text me and talk down to me. She apologized for everything, but it does not matter to me anymore because I am not going to cave in just so she can keep disrespecting me. After that, we packed all her stuff together in the most awkward silence ever. My friend was still there, and after he came back inside, he helped us move all her belongings to her car. We finished pretty quickly. No more arguments and no more drama. When she finally gave me her spare key, she told me that her brother was letting her stay in his spare bedroom for a couple of weeks. She also said that Jude had offered her his couch, but she told him she needed space from him. I hope, for her sake, that she actually sticks to that because that friendship is pretty toxic, in my opinion. Regardless of what she decides to do, though, it is no longer my problem. Now, I can finally say that chapter of my life is over, and honestly, it is a huge relief. One of the few mutual friends Kelly and I share let me know that Jude has been taking digs at me on social media, but I really do not care about him anymore. He is nothing but a stupid cancer who tried to ruin my life and failed. I no longer have to think about him, and I will not. I would be lying if I said I have not been thinking about her or that I do not miss the girl she was when we first started dating, but the feeling I have right now is peace. I can walk into my kitchen without bumping into a third wheel. I can watch a movie without hearing someone complain about their ex. I finally have my home back. Again, I really appreciate everybody who helped me throughout this situation, and I hope you all take care of yourselves. If you need to, do what I did and cut your toxic partner out of your life. Do not let anybody walk all over you, and always put yourself first.